I hope the Ides of March are treating you well. Well, today we're going to deploy the little miniature camera. Welcome back to Arkansas Bigfoot, everybody. I hope the Ides of March are treating you well. Well, today we're going to deploy the little miniature camera. I've got a little piece of wood that I worked on and got a cavity hollowed out for it, and we'll hang it up back here. But before we get started, I think we need to go over and see if that big marble is over at Junior's log. We haven't checked on it since we left it. So let's get on with that part of it, and then we'll do the rest of what we need to do today. You know, a lot of the new people that are just now coming into the channel, they are probably asking themselves why we haven't tried trail cameras and all of that, and we have several times. We've hung up trail cameras in different locations at multiple times out here. Let's see, we've had them torn down and dropped at the base of the tree.
We've had them disappear.
We've had them disappear completely.
And we've had branches placed in front of them.
When the tree still had green leaves all over it, they had ripped down limbs with leaves on them and placed over the front of the camera. They do everything in their power to avoid them or block them or knock them down. And I think the biggest reason for that is the signal that comes off of them between the motion detector sensor and the IR and all of that. So this little miniature camera that I've got, it's just the battery and a tiny camera. You know, there's not a whole lot to it. We got lucky with it once before and set it out from the second gifting tree and caught Junior walking up grabbing some sardine sandwiches and some other items out of it. So maybe we'll get lucky with it again. You never know until you try. There's the cowbell, for God's sake.
I think that's his way of telling us he knows we're right here, but still feeling friendly.
There he is. Almost just to the left side of it. Finally got some sunshine out here today.
Gorgeous. This looks so empty. Right here, it just looks empty.
It's not going to look empty for long.
Yeah.
I can already see the green leaves starting to bud out on some of these smaller trees. Not going to be long at all till it's completely covered up back in here. Well, the blanket's been kind of moved over a little bit, it looks like. And I don't see any of it. The big marble, the little marbles, the moon pies, of course we knew that would be gone.
In here, right?
Yeah, that's where you put them. They are gone. Carried him off to somewhere else.
So as long as he's not into baseball, we're good.
That poor old shoe. Back when we very first started making the videos out here, I'd found a old campsite that somebody had abandoned. I don't know if they got scared off or what became of them, but there were a pair of shoes and I don't know, half a dozen t-shirts and a couple pair of pants, an air mattress, and some other things left behind. More than likely they snuck out here to go camping. This has been a couple of years ago, so. I would suspect that somebody rumbled and growled and grunted through the middle of the night and sent them packing.
That's what I'm thinking.
That little thing that you see on the tree, how long's it been now? Maybe a year? But we had a little tiny cube camera, about twice the size of a large dice, and we had hung it up in there and it disappeared. There comes the helicopter. Never fails.
It's almost signature.
So yeah, they're quite aware of things that you do out here. They're no dummies. I said we'll hang this up today and they'll either cooperate or they won't. We won't know until we try it and find out.
We're pretty honest when we bring these things out, so part of what we figured out that they don't like is anything that's got a deceptive nature about it.
Yeah, if you were to try to sneak out here and hang a bunch of trail cams around, I guarantee you they'd either be busted down, covered up, or I think the one is in the bottom of the pond now. We haven't seen it anywhere. wanted to come out here last night around 9:30 or so and just sit out here for an hour, and it started raining so heavy.
Yeah.
And you sure couldn't tell it today the way the leaves are crunching. But it probably rained for a good 5 hours or longer.
It's a little windy today.
Not too good on the camera equipment.
Hopefully the microphone won't be too irritated with the breeze. There's just no perfect anything when it comes to filming. We've probably gotten lucky on several occasions.
Another thing that I wanted to bring up, this camera that we're using, it's a Sony FDR AX53. It's not a cheap camera by anybody's standards, and we can go different places beyond here and record with it, and the image is just sharp and clear as a bell. Use the exact same settings and come out here, and the energy interference makes it look like you're looking through a glass of water. You'll see things focus in and out, and kind of a warbling effect on it.
It's having trouble locking in on what to focus
It's
on.
It's not the camera, it's the environment.
Even there at the Watchtows, I had some blurs.
Yeah, the last video at the mystery spot, we can't really tell what it's going to look like until we get back home and upload it onto the computer where we can view it, because the monitor on the camera is so small, obviously. But man, that entire walk just about was like
Just a lot.
looking through milky water. It just was, talk about warped energy out there. That's a crazy place.
Yeah, if you're looking for energy or energetic flux, it's a good sign.
So you think we ought to try the camera up here at the front tree or back at the back?
Let's see. I'm feeling back. Or heard back, I should say. So that's a question of, can they avoid it more, or
well, they weren't so neat with their garbage this time around. I can see it from over here.
it's so funny how it'll be from one extreme to another.
Yeah, there for 2 or 3 times they had everything cleaned up. Now it just looks like the little ones had a party.
I was going to say, I'm feeling like the little ones got there and
Alright, I did not wear my rubber boots today, so I'm going to have to find a place to cross. Let us get this fixed up and we'll be right back. Okie dokie, lunch is served. Got a great big bag of beef jerky, and I opened it and sampled a couple pieces out of it and took the little freshness pack out so they wouldn't choke on it.
you had to make sure it was
Had to make sure it was Sasquatch acceptable. Banana, bag of popcorn, apples, and the little peanut butter cups inside the tree. Bag of grain corn at the top. Great big bag of Vienna sausages. There's jalapeno and Tabasco mixed in there. Big jar of peanut butter on the ground.
We have 3 marbles in the box, 2 outside of the box, and I feel like one's missing, but I don't see it. So
2 cans of sardines and 3 great big moon pies. It's the only thing sweet today, the moon pies.
Just some interesting impressions there. but they're small, so I'd say we were on target with them being the little ones.
Well, let me see if I can jump across this creek and we'll get on with it.
That's me, I'd have landed in the water. I'm not a good pool jumper. I'm great at climbing mountains, I'm not good at jumping pool.
I like water. I'm just about as comfortable in it as I am on the dirt. So.
Oh, I love water, and I just it's like a magnet to my butt. I fall right in. Try to see what I'm seeing up there.
Alright, who's watching us back here?
Got another one over here. I think this is Dobby. It's massive.
One of them's back there. Did you hear him?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you want to try to get Dobby.
Where are you seeing that?
If you step right in front of me, it'll be straight in front of you. Pretty good size. He's like in that. Remember when Junior stepped out on the path in shadow? He's in that form. They're never far. Okay. He's becoming quite the protector, Dobby is. He's quieter than Sobe, but
yeah, Sobe's got a little bit of a lisp. Kind of makes a weird sound when he talks.
a little bit. It's actually getting better, and I don't know. Maybe just because he's practicing his communication.
All eyes are upon us.
Mm-hmm. See if that's a new X up there to your left in front of you, or if that's just.
Well, they've beat down half a dozen new trails through here this fall and winter. Well, guys, our schedule days kind of got a little goofy here in the past month or so. Our daughter, we usually end up babysitting our granddaughter a few days a week, and her schedule moved around, so that made our schedule kind of move around for days that we could go take care of what we need to do, and afternoons and evenings we could get out here and stuff. So try to still do Mondays when I can, but it might end up being Tuesdays or Wednesdays, or we'll get it all leveled out here in the next
couple weeks or so.
Next couple weeks we'll get everybody settled down and get back into a normal routine. But
life for us is not as predictable as it once was.
And I think we've got a little road trip adventure this weekend too. It'll be a surprise for you. I don't want to let too much of that cat out of the bag just yet, but I think you'll enjoy it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, there's the cowbell.
Thought I just saw him budge past. Can't tell from here.
This is like JFK anymore lately. I have not heard so much air traffic since we
do not have our phones on us.
No, we left the phone sitting on the table.
It's just non-stop around here. Somebody's standing by that tree back there. Right in front of me, more to your right, on the other side of that. I don't know if you can see.
Well, I know that sardine bucket's coming.
I think it's a race to the finish. They budge up as close as they can, see who can get there first once we're gone.
Alright, so I'm thinking we'll use this tree over here for that. That tree right there. Now from here to where we put the treats out is 25, 27 feet, give or take. I think that'll be good.
Look at these peanut butter cups.
I know they
I think we appropriate name that peanut butter pad.
all went crazy with it this time around. They've got it everywhere. I think the little bitty ones were up here first. You want to reach in that bucket and get that piece of wood out that I made. We're going to make our own version of the trees have eyes.
Around here they do.
Alright, so that's what it looks like looking at it from the front. Looks like a big eyeball staring out at you. And inletted the back of it for the little camera to fit into and made a hole for the nail to hang. So we're going to get all this stuff fixed up and hopefully we'll get lucky with it. We'll be right back. Alright, so we got this all set up. Everything's already turned on and running inside of it. Got our eyeball in the tree. And pretty much the same deal as up front, except instead of a bag of jerky back here, we've got a couple of burritos for them down there underneath the moon pies. Sardines, peanut butter and apples, little sausages, some shelled corn, popcorn, banana. We're not going to mess around too long back here today. Let's ring that dinner bell and I'll let them have at it and see if that camera gets lucky. We've got it set on regular record right now, so it'll go for several hours. If it doesn't pick up anything this time around, I'll do the settings on it where it'll just like take a 3 to 5 minute clip every 5 or 10 minutes. See if anything comes up that way on it. What?
Every one of the Oregon blocks is gone.
All the Oregon are gone.
There was that red one here.
Right, yeah, there was 3 of them in there.
3. Every one of them. Not sure what they're up to, but they're up to something.
Huh.
I just noticed that as I came around this corner. Alright. Now, you ready?
All right. Come on, buddy. Get up here and get it.
Enjoy it.
Well, what are they going to be doing with the Oregon blocks?
I don't know yet.
Guess we'll find out.
You hear me say yet?
Yet.
Yet.
Not yet. All right, guys. Appreciate you coming along with us today. We'll see if all this works for us. Never know till you try.
God bless. Thank you.
I'll catch you later on down the trail.